y'all, welcome back to the channel. The pieces are dry, now let's put it together. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut out the felt that's going to be on the back of the lamp. I picked this up at a local craft store for, I think it was actually on sale for like $2, I think. So take our utility knife, just make a cut. Just like that. Now we have a piece that's going to perfectly cover the back. So when we're done with all of our wiring, the hot glue and all that, this will go right over that, and just give it a nice finished look. Okay. Now let's cut a piece for the base. Now we're going to drill and countersink 3 holes. Okay, I'm going to apply just a little bit of wood glue. The screws are going to really do most of the work. This is just going to help just a little bit. Two pieces like that. Now I'm just using coarse drywall screws. Okay, so now we're going to take the base and glue it to the bottom of the stand. Okay, I'm going to shoot a couple brad nails in it just to kind of keep it secure. Just wanted to slide around because of the glue. To me, that just looks better than just sitting flat on a surface. So, let's see. And now we've cheated it 3/4 of an inch this way for the switch. Now, before you actually do the assembly, it's a good idea to go ahead and test to make sure this thing actually works. I've never had an issue with them, but you never know. So here's that button on the back that I pressed. See? Right there. You push that, it'll stay solid. Press it again, it'll cycle through the colors. If you want to be able to get to that button, when you put your felt back on here, you're going to have to cut a little hole in the back. That's fine. I don't particularly like to do that. I like to just let it sort of cycle through the colors. So I'm just going to leave this solid, but that's up to you. Okay, the next thing we need to figure out is the length of wire we're going to need for the switch. Okay, so what you do is get this about just a little bit off center, off to one side, and then you're going to have this excess wire. So to hide that, sort of work backwards, fitting the wire into this groove that we cut. Stretch that out nice, and when you do that, just take whatever's left, the remainder, and just sort of lay it in here, and then hot glue that down. Okay, now that we've got the switch and the wires and the lamp, it's all glued in place. I like to do one more thing here off the switch. I'm afraid that if you leave it like this, somebody could maybe, if it falls off the table or someone pulls on this, it could actually rip this loose. So I like to do a staple or a finishing nail. I'm gonna take a finishing nail, just hammer it in place, then bend it over, and it'll just sort of add a little more security to that wire, keep it from getting yanked out. Now we're really down to just putting the felt on the back and the bottom. And you can use whatever kind of adhesive you want, spray adhesives, whatever, but they tend to be a bit messy. So I'm just going to use some clear Gorilla Glue. So that'll about do it for this video. If you don't mind, hit like, hit subscribe. Y'all have a blessed day. We'll see you next time.